few years ago, I could sit down and play a game for hours without thinking about anything else. It didn't matter if I was exploring a Minecraft world, grinding ranked Fortnite, or replaying a mission because I wanted to improve. My attention stayed in one place. There wasn't a constant urge to check my phone or switch to another video every few minutes. Somewhere along the way though, that changed, and I don't think I'm the only one. Now, I can load into a gameplay for 15 minutes and then pause to check Discord, open YouTube while waiting in a queue, look at TikTok because a short video pops into my head, or answer a notification, and I've completely forgotten what I was doing in the first place. And the strange part is, this feels normal now. We don't even notice how fragmented our attention has become, because everyone around us is doing the exact same thing. People often say our attention spans are getting shorter because of social media, but I think that's only part of the story. The real issue is that we're constantly training our brains to expect something new every few seconds. Every swipe, every notification, every recommended video tells our brain that if the current moment isn't exciting enough, something better is only one tap away. Think about how YouTube has changed. Years ago, creators could spend 30 seconds introducing a topic before getting into it. Today, many videos feel like they're afraid to let a single second pass without a sound effect, or a zoom, or subtitles flying across the screen, or another camera angle. And that's not because creators suddenly became more creative. It's because audiences leave almost instantly if they aren't entertained. And it's not just YouTube either. Look at the movies, look at the advertisements. Even the way news is delivered has changed. Everything is faster because companies are competing for the one thing that's become harder to keep: your attention. And gaming shows this better than almost anything else. I remember when I could spend an entire evening on one game without thinking twice. I'd slowly learn the mechanics, figure things out myself, fail over and over, and enjoy the process. Now I sometimes catch myself opening another app during a loading screen that's only 10 seconds long. 10 seconds! That's all it takes before my brain starts looking for something else. If you've ever played Warzone, you've probably experienced this. You die, and instead of thinking about what went wrong, you instantly reach for your phone while waiting for the next match. And before you know it, you've watched 3 shorts, replied to a message, and barely remember the last time you played. It's almost automatic. And this habit doesn't stay inside gaming. It follows us everywhere. You sit down to study, and 5 minutes later, you've opened your phone because you just remembered something. And you start cleaning your room, then stop halfway through because a notification appears. You begin watching a movie, but halfway in, you're scrolling through comments about the movie instead of watching it. We're living in a world where doing one thing feels uncomfortable. The scary part is that this isn't entirely our fault. Every app is designed to keep us there for as long as possible. Infinite scrolling means there's a natural stopping point. Notifications arrive at random, which makes them even harder to ignore. Recommended algorithms learn exactly what keeps us watching. Imagine if every time you walked into a supermarket, someone followed you around handing out free samples every 5 seconds. Eventually, you're going to stop paying attention to what you actually came to buy, because something else is always being placed right in front of you. That's essentially what the internet has become. This doesn't just affect entertainment, it affects our relationships. How many times have you been talking to someone only for a few seconds and then they check their phone because it buzzed? The conversation pauses for a few seconds, but those few seconds add up. People are physically together but mentally somewhere else. Even families experience this. You might see parents scrolling while their kids play nearby, or kids sitting at the dinner table watching YouTube shorts instead of talking to each other. Everyone is connected to the internet, but somehow disconnected from the people sitting right beside them. Attention is one of the most valuable things we can give someone, yet it's becoming increasingly rare. The same thing can be said with hobbies. Learning an instrument, drawing, reading books, or editing videos, or building something all requires patience. None of them reward you immediately. The progress is slow, and that's exactly why so many people quit. When your brain is used to getting instant entertainment, anything that takes time starts to feel boring. I've noticed this while editing videos myself. Sometimes I'm only a few minutes into editing before I suddenly feel the urge to check YouTube, even though I'm literally making a video. It's not because editing is bad. It's because my brain has become so used to constant simulation that focusing on one task feels harder than it should. The ironic part is that these things are worth doing and almost require sustained attention. Athletes don't improve by changing sports every 5 minutes. Musicians don't become great by switching instruments every few minutes. And authors don't write books by checking social media after every paragraph. And creators definitely don't build successful YouTube channels by constantly chasing distractions. The people we admire aren't necessarily smarter than everyone else. Often they've simply protected their attention better. Look at someone training for a marathon. Nobody expects results after one run. The improvement comes from showing up consistently for months. The same applies to almost everything else meaningful in life. Attention is like a muscle. The less you use it, the weaker it becomes. But the opposite is also true. You don't need to delete every app or throw your phone away. Maybe it's as simple as playing one game without touching your phone, watching an entire movie without opening another app, or reading 10 pages of a book before checking your phone, or going for a walk without headphones for once. These tiny moments teach your brain that it doesn't always need something louder, faster, or newer. It's easy to believe that attention is something we're born with, but I think it's something we train every single day. Every decision either strengthens or weakens it. The companies competing for your attention know exactly how valuable it is. That's why billions of dollars are spent making apps harder to leave and easier to keep opening. And the question is whether we're going to keep giving our attention away without thinking or start treating it like it's the limited resource it really is. Because at the end of the day, your attention becomes your life. Whatever you constantly pay attention to eventually shapes who you become. If your attention is constantly scattered, your days start feeling scattered too. And the next time you instinctively reach your phone, pause for a second and ask yourself one simple question. Did I choose this or was it chosen for me? Because every notification, every endless scroll, and every distraction is competing for the same thing, your time. And your time is your life. Once it's gone, you never get it back. The people who achieve the things we admire aren't always the most talented or the smartest. More often than not, they're the ones who learned how to protect their attention in a world designed to steal it. Maybe that's the real problem. It isn't that our attention spans are dying. It's because we've stopped deciding what deserves our attention in the first place. And if there's one skill worth rebuilding in a world that profits from your distraction, it's the ability to simply focus.